What's going on, everyone? It's episode 2 of the gaming story. Ezekiel Kwanzaa making his way up in the footballing world. Last time out he got a goal from a beautiful header, a bullet of a header, and in between episodes I realised his finishing was quite low, so I've gone into his training menu, I've bumped up all of it so he works on certain things, and I've also got him to train on the skill long range drive, which will just give him a bit of an edge from distance, just so he can, because I don't really think he'll be getting many chances in the box. It'll all be from the edge of the box, so I'm just gonna get him training on that so he's got more of a chance of scoring them long finesses. And yeah, we've got a game coming up against Chelsea and it should be a tough game, but I've been put on the bench, so let's see if we can get on the pitch and make an impact. I've just realised as well, I completely forgot, Middlesbrough signed Negredo in the summer, and that's going to be a huge challenge for Ezekiel to get in the starting lineup against Negredo. He's not the best scorer, but he's a big signing, so they're going to want to play him more and more. And also, when I've been looking at this kit, it's dreadful. I don't know what Middlesbrough are thinking, but that white line, it just makes it look like, when it's tucked in like that, it's just silly. Chelsea versus Middlesbrough. This tie is sort of like a tie from a blast from the past, really. When I first started watching football, Middlesbrough were in the top flight, and it's sort of good to see him back there, but I think Chelsea's got this game in the bag, and I know I shouldn't be saying that, I'm a Middlesbrough player, but let's see what we can do. It is a penalty. David Luiz, back from PSG, made a return to Chelsea and he's giving away a penalty against Middlesbrough, and he's stepped up, and he's buried it. Honestly, if I get a penalty, I'm not sure if I'm going to score it, because the penalties are hard on this game. We've just scored again. It was brilliant passing play, just one touch football, and Negredo slipped it in. It's 2-0 Borough, and this is turning out to be quite some upset. It's the 85th minute now, it's still 2-0, and it's looking like Ezekiel's not going to get a part in this game. Quite disappointing, really, because Chelsea did look weak and it would have been a perfect opportunity. Don't know why he didn't get picked, having scored the winner in the last game. It's finished 2-0, great performance from the lads, unfortunately not from Ezekiel. So, for whatever reason, in the last game, the manager felt we didn't do enough to get on the starting lineup, so we've come to the training ground. We're going to hit a few free kicks, work on our finishing. Let's get back into it, and look at Messi there with his award. That one day is going to be Ezekiel. So we've done our training. Let's see if the manager's going to pick us for our Everton game. It's another game, and it's another seat on the bench taken up by Ezekiel. Right guys, bit of a howler. I'm having trouble with the recording software, and the video containing the highlights for the Middlesbrough versus Everton game have been lost. It's gone, I can't recover it. I wish I could, because Ezekiel came on and he was part of a great attacking play and he got the winner in a 1-0 win, and it was an amazing moment. It was a great video, but yeah, the video's gone, so I can't add the highlights into this video, but I will record an extra game on at the end of this video to make up for it. Team of the month's been announced, and Ezekiel Kwanzaa has got a place in it with 2 goals from 2 games. He's being recognised, and if the Premier League can recognise him, then surely the manager's going to recognise him. Again, we're on the bench. I don't know what the manager's thinking. We've just been named in the team of the month. We've got 2 goals from 2 games coming off the bench, and he's keeping us on the bench. I mean, maybe he thinks we're a super sub, maybe he's still trying to get the best out of Negredo, but he needs to start playing Ezekiel because he will get goals. The game gets underway against Leicester. This should be a good game. Leicester winning the title last year. They've got some good players. They're not doing so well this year, but I think a lot of that's down to Conte that's gone. I mean, he was a rock in midfield for him. He controlled the game and he allowed them to play that 4-4-2 because he was just everywhere. He made that 4-4-2 into a 4-5-2. He was just an incredible player, and Chelsea's got one of the best signings of the summer. And blooming heck, we've made a great start. I'm just talking about Leicester, and Middlesbrough's the ones who've got forward and scored. It's Negredo. Yeah, I don't really enjoy him scoring because he's going to keep Ezekiel out of the squad, but I do enjoy the fact Middlesbrough's gone 1-0 up. And look at that, just an awful goal. Scrappy as you like, deflections here, there and everywhere, but it's found its way through to Negredo, and it does well with the finish. Just bury it in the corner with another deflection. Oh, it's a penalty. Burr's given away a penalty. It's not good. Yellow card. And they've put it away. Great goal by Fuchs. Not entirely sure why he's on the pens, but he's buried it top bin, so can't really argue against it. And now it's 1-1. It's coming up to half time. 5 minutes to go in the first half, and it's been a lot more eventful than the Everton game, I'll tell you that. There's been action. Second half's kicked off. We've not been brought on yet. I'm honestly not sure why the manager's not playing Ezekiel. I mean, he's going to the training ground, he's putting in the hours, he's not exactly lacking any attitude towards the game. He's reaching out and he's trying to impress the manager. He's scored twice in his 2 times that he's played. But for some reason, he just don't want to play him. Maybe that is why he's not getting played. I mean, Negredo is coming up with the goals. That's 2 from him. And I said earlier, it's going to be hard to get in the team ahead of him. I mean, if you can find him in the box, he's going to find you a goal. And he's proved that there. We're into added time. Leicester's got a corner and they've buried it. And they've killed the hopes of the Borough fans. Look at that header. He's just got up above the defender, headed it down hard and low. Finished 2-2. That's the first points dropped of the season. It's against the champions, so you can't really complain. Good point away from home. Disappointed not to start, but what can you do? He's just going to have to get back on the training ground, work on his game, and hopefully the manager will recognise it and start playing him a bit more. Right, so we're back into action. Next game we've got is against City. This is the bonus game for the lost footage, which I apologise hugely for because that is a massive shame. It was a great game as well. But let's see if we can get on the pitch for a big game against City. I'd love to play him. And we're about to find out. We're on the bench. Here we are then, City versus Middlesbrough. Hoping for a good game, hoping for some playing time. Let's see what can happen. And it's City who've taken the lead. It's 1-0 City. Arjen Robben, who they must have signed in the transfer window. It's been a pretty boring half, to be fair, but they've broken the deadlock. And let's have a look at it now. Started off with Aguero, passed it back with the passing football that City play. And it's threaded through and Robben's placed it home. What a goal. We're coming up to half time now. 4 minutes left on the clock and it's still 1-0 to City. Not many highlights in this first half. Quick ball whipped in there. I'm hoping that in the second half Ezekiel's going to get some more game time and maybe make a difference on the game, maybe sway it more in Boro's favour. As I've said that, Aguero, a man who can sway a game in his team's favour, has easily tapped it home. And it's a great goal, to be fair. He's got a little bit of luck there with the bounce off the defender, then he's took it in his stride and just bent it into that far corner, and it's a great finish, it's a great strike, probably one of the best in the Premier League at the minute, in fact definitely at the minute. So it's half time, 2-0 to City. Hopefully Middlesbrough can make a difference and change the game up, change it more in their way, because right now they're being absolutely dominated and I think I know the answer. Second half is underway and that man is on the pitch. The manager's clearly decided it's time to give him some more play, and it'll seem like an age has passed because of that lost footage, and you guys won't have actually seen him play for quite some time, but he's on the pitch now. Let's see if we can make a difference with him. maybe get some goals and get some points. We've got the ball now, facing, like, it's hard to get it anywhere near the danger areas. This City team's pressing high, but we've got it through, and it's just wide. I thought I'd got in then. Bravo, I don't know what he's doing there, but yeah, we've got it. Finally broke down the defence and got a chance away. Came from my through ball, might I add. He played it across, and he just dragged it wide. Still 2-0. We're getting a little bit more of the ball, but it's still a dominant City performance. If Kwanzaa's going to make a difference, he's yet to make it. But can he do it now? Oh, he's just put it wide. Right, we've got the ball. There's not much in support, but we've found a man. Play it through. Play it through. Is he ever going to play the ball? This guy, I don't know. I'm not quite sure who he is. I need to learn all the numbers and everything, but he's holding the ball far too long. We've got it again, and we're breaking down the left. We're going to play it into him this time, because the other guy is just keeping the ball far too long. He's played it in the middle. It's just dragged wide again. We're getting closer though. It is starting to sway in Borough's favour. If you have a look, there's so many men back for City, but you can't really blame them because they're 2-0 up. But it's going to be a huge task for Ezekiel to break these down. If you look at the top of the screen now, there's 5 staying back, and now there's 6. And you can tell that they just try to grind out this win now, because look at this, there's no room, there's no space for anyone. But we've got to try and make that space. That's our job as the attackers. We have to make the chances that they don't want to give us. We're coming down again. This guy, he's finally decided to play the ball early, and it's me who's lost the ball. Trying too hard to make something out of nothing. Can we get this ball back? We've got it. It's our time. Ref. 2 fouls there, I'd say. It's a good free kick won by Ezekiel. I doubt he'll get to take it, even though he has been practicing. And honestly, if they gave him this free kick, I reckon he could bag it top bins right now. But yeah, they've not given it him. So we'll see if we can get some sort of rebound. Beat the keeper to this. Oh, he's dodgy keeper. Just like in the derby, he could have caught that really, but he's opted to punch it, and we've got a corner. Can we score from another corner? We're going to make that run from the edge of the box. Coming now. Oh, he's put it towards the keeper. He's launched it, and he's just wide at the post. It's good though, it's good football. We get in there. There's not long left, but we might just get one back. He's whipped one in. Oh, that was it. That was the chance. Kwanzaa just couldn't get there ahead of the defender, but if that got all the way through, then it would have been a certain goal. Can we get one right at the death from a corner? No, he's not beat the first man. It's a waste of an opportunity. Can he play it in maybe? No, it's going to finish 2-0. Not the best game for Kwanzaa, but at least it is a game for him. We'll have a look at what rating he got in a second. So there you can see Ezekiel's got a 6 rating, and there's 6s across the board for both sides. That doesn't really happen often. It was that much of an even game, and it's not a bad performance, but it's not the best performance. He needs to work on that. He needs to work on making the most of the chances if he gets them. So there you can see 2-0, not the best result, but it is against probably the best team in the league this year, so we can't be too disappointed. But it was good that we got a chance to play. And a quick look at the table. Dropped down a position. Liverpool's gone one place ahead of us, but we're still up there. It's still early in the season, so we're still looking to make the most of the season. And that's probably going to wrap it up for this episode. As you can see in the top right, I wasn't lying. He's got 2 goals out of 3 appearances, so he did score in that Leicester game. In the Everton game, sorry. And I'm pretty sure he's gone up a rating as well. I'm pretty sure he used to be a 69 and now he's a 70. So he's getting there, he's working his way up, the training's paying off, and we're surely going to start breaking into that starting lineup any day now. And it's looking good. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time.